No limit in the sky that I won't fly for you. No amount of tears in my eyes that I won't cry for you. Oh no, with every
Jessica, and this is Jordan. Say hi, Jordan.
Hi!
And today we're gonna be doing a video about the baby that I had that passed away, and her name was Celia Amira Andrade. Today Jesse will not be here because we were very tired, and he's been working all week, so I'm letting him rest. And I have my little guest right here. So this is my substitute of Jesse, and this is my nephew. Say hi, Jordan. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so whenever I went to my checkup with the doctor, obviously whenever you start going, they start checking the heartbeat first, you know, with a little heartbeat monitor. And so everything was healthy, everything was good, until I got to my 4th month. They did a sonogram to check if it was a girl or boy, and you know, they checked the length and everything, and they told me that she had a bag on her back. So I had to go to a hospital to like get a closer view, and they had told me that she had syndrome. Okay, so she had Turner syndrome, and what that is she had fluid all inside of her body. She was swollen, so because of all the water. And whenever they checked her length and everything, they said that she was short, like her bones were shorter than usual. Her heartbeat, instead of the blood flowing forward, it was going backwards. And so yeah, and they had told me that it was better for me to have an abortion, because if she kept going far along, she wasn't gonna make it either way. So they told me it was best to have an abortion, and I kept saying no. They asked me if I wanted to do this procedure that they put a needle in your stomach to see why she had syndrome, and I obviously said no, because it reduces the chances of a miscarriage, because it pops the bag. And I didn't want that, because I felt like maybe she had a chance. Maybe doctors could be wrong, sometimes they are. And so I wanted to give her a chance. Even if she came out with syndrome, I was going to be her mom, and I was going to love her. So I wanted to give her a chance. So this is a picture of my sonogram. Right there, I was 4 months pregnant, and I didn't know if she was a girl or a boy yet, because she was too swollen. Alright guys, and so I believe it was every week, I had to be going to the hospital to make sure that she was alive, you know, and make sure that, you know, everything was still the same, nothing was getting worse, or it wasn't dangerous for me, it wasn't, you know, it didn't affect me in any way. And they kept asking me the same things, if I wanted an abortion, and I kept saying no. And so whenever I was still 4 months pregnant, I went to Mexico, and I wanted to do a 3D sonogram, because I wanted a second opinion, and to make sure, you know, these doctors may be wrong, you know, some sonograms can show other things, you know. So I went to Mexico, and they had told me the same thing. They told me it was best if I had an abortion, because if the liquid inside of her gets in my body, it can make me not have any more kids. So whenever I came back to Dallas, I decided to get an abortion, but they told me it was too late. And actually I was relieved that it was too late, because I didn't want to do that at all. I wanted to give her a chance, even though doctors may be right, and you know, I wanted to feel her kicks. I wanted to still go through the whole pregnancy, even if she wasn't gonna make it. So while I was pregnant with her, I didn't feel a lot of kicks. It was barely any kicks. I really wanted to feel her movements. So yeah, I didn't feel a lot of her kicks. Obviously I did feel some, because once, you know, 4 months, you can start feeling stuff. I didn't know if I was too early for her to start kicking, but you know, I didn't feel that many movements, but maybe it was also because she was swollen and she couldn't move too much. I wasn't sure. So they did some blood work and it showed that she was a girl. I still couldn't see through the sonogram if it was a girl or boy, so they took some blood work and they confirmed that it was a girl. And yeah, we all knew it was a girl. Even when I barely was pregnant, I already knew it was a girl. Everybody kept telling me it was a girl. They just felt that it was gonna be a girl, and they were right. So whenever I turned 6 months, it was my little sister's birthday, Angie. As y'all have seen in my previous videos, she has came out in my videos. That's my little sister, her name is Angie. It was her birthday. Well, the same day that it was my little sister's birthday, I had my appointment, and that was the day that they had told me that she passed away because they couldn't hear her heartbeat. But to make sure, they sent me to another hospital and to have a clear sonogram, because they say sometimes with the little monitor, you know, they can't detect it. And so they sent me to that hospital and they confirmed it, that she had passed away. So during my pregnancy, it was really hard for me because I had already knew that she wasn't gonna make it, and just knowing, it's really hard. It's really hard because you see other babies being born, so you really don't understand why it happens to you or to anybody, like anybody that you can know, and you know what they go through, you know, and you don't even know what could happen when you have your baby. You know, I was thinking, what if I pass away, like, while I'm giving labor with her? Honestly, if I had a choice, I would rather her be alive, you know, and I would rather, you know, pass away to give her a chance at life, because I had already lived, you know, 17 years is a long time still, and, you know, if I had a choice, that would be my choice. Everybody's different, you know. Everybody has their own thoughts. So whenever I found out that she had passed away, they made me wait about, I believe it was 3 days, because my doctor had to go out of town. He had scheduled me to induce me those following days, and I went through the contractions. I opened up to 5. I know that was a lot, but you know, it still hurt. I felt like, you know, I had a regular baby. I did it normal without epidural. So whenever I went to the hospital to finally have my baby, I had her normally. I didn't use epidural. I opened up to 5. It still hurt a lot, but I wanted to do it that way. I didn't want to use any epidural, and they gave me the option. They said it was fine because since she wasn't alive anymore, it wouldn't harm her in any way or anything, you know. So, but I still wanted to do it normally, and I did, and she was born. She was 1 pound. So right here, I'm gonna show you the pictures of her whenever she was born. The pictures are gonna be, well, the pictures are gonna be different than other babies because she was only at 6 months. And she wasn't fully developed, and her skin wasn't developed yet. So she's red. She has fluid inside, so she's obviously swollen. Her scalp was barely growing, and even though she wasn't fully developed, she was so beautiful because you could see how she looked before, you know, all the water started coming out. She had a chubby face, chubby cheeks, her little fingers and toes, they looked like her dad's, and it was just an amazing moment for us because that was our first daughter. So I'm going to show you a bunch of little stuff that they gave me before I left the hospital. And right here, I'm going to show you, this is how this little box is, and it says, some people come into our lives and quickly go. Some stay for a while and leave footprints in our hearts, and we are never ever the same. So right here it says, baby girl Aaliyah. So let me show you the stuff that I had. It was, obviously, I didn't get to use any of this stuff, but it's still memory of my baby that they gave me this. Here's the little hat that she had on, the blankets, and another blanket, and a journal. So like one of these blankets and the hat she used whenever she was born. So when we were in the hospital, she used one of the blankets and the little hat that's in there. So the little hat and one of the blankets she had used at the hospital, and they washed it for me and gave it back to me. The little clothes that she had on, it was just a little shirt and it fit her perfect, and it was like a little dress, and they washed it as well for me. So whenever she was born, she also had an A in her stomach, and her whole name is Aaliyah Amira Andrade, so it's AAA. And we were just like, wow, she has an A. And we were just like, she was meant for God, because God works in mysterious ways. You know, this was a sign that, you know, she's in a better place. She's with God. And while we were at the hospital, they gave me different options if I wanted to have a funeral, if I wanted her ashes, and I wanted her ashes. I wanted her to come home with me. But obviously it takes a process to get her ashes. So these are her ashes. It's a little heart. Take it out. It's a little heart, and it says Aaliyah Amira Andrade, and it says 3/28/2016, which is when she was born. Where's the camera? Right here. And yeah, she's just so tiny. She was obviously 1 pound, and so these are all her ashes in here. And today marks 1 year and 5 months. It's been such a rough process. So now I have my baby Ileana Melanie Andrade, which is little sister. And you know, even though I have my daughter now, I'm happy. I'm more happy than I was, but obviously I'm still hurt. My heart is still broken because I wish I could have my 2 babies with me. But I know she's watching over us, and soon we'll be seeing her in heaven. So as you can see, she has fingernails that were barely, you know, processing, but she had them. After everything, I believe that it made me and Jessie closer than ever. Before we got pregnant, we used to fight a lot, break up, come back, you know, regular relationships when they start, jealousy and all that stuff. But after our baby, it brought us so much closer that now we're just like best friends. We're inseparable. We never fight. And now with our baby girl, she has brought us extra closer, and I'm just so thankful for both of my baby girls. You know, they changed my life for the better, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Even though it hurt, everything I went through, what we went through, but I know it's for the best, and I wouldn't question God. So if anybody is going through the same process, or know somebody who's going through the same process, I would love to talk to anybody, give some advice. You know, I like to keep things to myself. I would never cry to somebody, because talking it out was really hard for me. It was just something I can't do, and I still can't do. I can't look at her pictures without crying yet, because I still haven't got over it. It's been so long, but it still hurts. And I know for others that go through the same process, or different things that end up going through the same process, you know, a baby passing away is really hard, and it's not fair to go through it alone when there's people who go through it, and it's better to just talk to somebody, especially if they go through the same thing. You know how you're feeling. I used to say, you know, I don't want to talk to anybody because you don't know my pain. You're gonna say it's okay, you'll get over it. You're not, you know, and it's okay not to get over it, but you know, it's better to talk to somebody, to at least have happy days, just to at least have one day without having to worry, you know, be happy. Because I used to look at people, see them smile, and I was like, I want to be that way. And now I'm at that place, you know. I don't look at people and see them and feel bad. I actually feel happy with them. Now I got to a better place, you know. Some people might take years to have another baby and they'll be alright, you know, but for me, I felt like I needed my baby, and you know, me and Jesse, we wanted to try again and see how things worked out, and you know, I don't regret that at all. I felt like that was the best decision we ever made. So yeah, comment, DM me, message me on Facebook. If you're too shy, it's okay, I understand. You know, we all have our moments and it takes time for us to get over it. So, I mean, I'm here to talk to anybody. I would love to talk to anybody who's going through the pain, because, you know, it's just something that nobody really posts about it, nobody really talks about it, because it's really hard for somebody to get over it. And all we see on social media is people having their babies, people, you know, sharing the life of their baby with them, and it's really hard to see that, and we really don't see anybody losing their baby because it's so hard. And that's why I'm sharing this video, because I'm that person. I don't post anything about my baby that passed away, so that's why I'm doing this video. For anybody who's scared, who feels alone, you're not, and if you need to talk to me, I'm right here. Thank you for your time, for watching this video, hearing my story, and hopefully if anybody's going through any of this, you will get over it. I really wish the best to everybody. I don't wish this on anybody because it hurts, or just losing anybody at all. It just hurts. And if you want any more story time, just comment. If you want any more videos, different type of videos, comment. We're all ears. So yeah, thank you for subscribing, and to all your friends and family to subscribe to watch the Andrade family.